The controversy-ridden dams project under the Ministry of Water and Sanitation, as well as the National Youth Service, could receive up to 16 billion shillings in the proposed supplementary budget tabled in the National Assembly yesterday. State House, the Presidency, Defence and Interior Affairs ministries are set to benefit from increased allocations in the budget prepared by the National Treasury. But as Francis Gachuri reports, the government has spent 110.2 billion shillings less than was projected, with KRA missing its target between July last year and March this year.
7 weeks before the end of financial year 2018-2019, National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich, through Majority Leader in the National Assembly Aden Duale, tabled the supplementary budget for consideration and approval by the August House. The supplementary estimates have been prepared to address shortfalls in salaries, unforeseen and unavoidable expenditures, changes in donor-funded projects, security-related expenditures, provision of critical infrastructure, and mitigating against the effects of drought. In the supplementary estimates, the national government ministerial budget that excludes consolidated fund services and county allocations has increased by 27.4 billion shillings.
It will mean we can only do an appropriation bill for this supplementary 2 and for 2019-2020 concurrently in the course of June, when we resume from the first week of June to the second week. And therefore, it will leave any ministry, department or agency of government less than 2 weeks' time to spend.
Supplementary estimates is a way through which Treasury introduces expenditures that sometimes are fictitious. Remember last time, Mr. Speaker, we even rejected a supplementary, an allocation in supplementary estimate for the Ruaraka land.
The Ministry of Water and Sanitation, that has recently been dogged by controversy in the construction of multi-billion shillings Aurora and Kimorel dams, is scheduled to receive 11.7 billion shillings more. The National Youth Service NYS, another magnet for mega financial scandals, is set to receive an increased allocation of 4.8 billion shillings. The Presidency's budget could be increased by 1.5 billion shillings. The State House Affairs budget line that has featured prominently in the Auditor General's report for 11 county government budgets, starring controversy, is earmarked for 866 million shillings increase. The Deputy President's office set to get an additional 466 million shillings. The Ministry of Interior Affairs and Coordination of National Government is a key beneficiary of the increased allocations in the supplementary estimates. This includes 8.1 billion shillings for police, house and commuter allowances, 6.8 billion shillings for Huduma number registration, 1.02 billion shillings for production and issuance of new generation passports, and 7.7 billion shillings for the military. Public universities' budget will shoot up by 12.4 billion shillings to cater for operation costs, while the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure will receive 30.7 billion shillings more to finance its operations, including the procurement of bus rapid transport BRT, roads maintenance and construction. Sugarcane and maize farmers will benefit from the 9 billion shillings proposed allocation in the supplementary estimates. The funds will be used to settle pending bills for maize and cane farmers, as well as purchase of maize from the farmers. Institutions involved in justice delivery are also poised for increased allocations. The judiciary will receive 138 million shillings more, while the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC and the Directorate of Public Prosecutions will get up to 335 million shillings. The National Intelligence Service NIS could receive 3.3 billion shillings more in increased allocations. The Teacher Service Commission TSC, Parliamentary Service Commission and the Judges Employer Judicial Service Commission are also earmarked for a budgetary boost. IEBC also said to receive 290 million shillings more, with 300 million shillings allocated to the State Law Office to pay legal fees in the Kenya-Somalia Maritime Boundaries Delimitation Row. 923 million shillings is set aside for the Information and Communication Ministry to pay pending bills by the Government Advertising Agency. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Weekend.